Welcome. It's the Matic. It's the illest blerd in the land. That's the ill blur. Matic, welcome back, Religious community. This is a blur from the middle of the map. Today, I'm back with a new video on the celebration of my actual milestone for my YouTube channel when it comes to subs. I'm also working towards getting literally my watch hours up, so I'm gonna leave my playlist up. So you guys, if you want, go check out the playlist and help me reach my actual goal so I can monetize my channel down the line. But let's get into the actual list. So this is the first question I'm gonna go with. So the first question: what are your personal go-to top 5 movies? Woo! Man, okay, so Soul, Pixar Soul movie. That's one of the movies that I can go back and watch over and over again. Black Panther 1 is another go-to. Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith. I watched that quite a lot. That was a very inspirational movie. Fourth movie, ooh, because I love movies. So, oh man, what would be the fourth? Scarface. Let's switch it up a little bit, right? Fifth movie, what is that? Us. I watched that quite a bit too. So Us is my fifth choice, but I have other movie choices too, by the way. So I don't want to go like into a rabbit hole of all other movies I watch because ill blurmatic, I confess. These are my confessions. I am a bit cinema head. Gotta keep it 100 with you guys. So my next question for you guys, I know people have been asking me questions back and forth. Let me see if I can go to my other questions, yo. Like I have a lot. I have a nice amount. Let me see. Is this it? Hold on. Let me go back. Let me see. What made you decide to become a YouTuber is question 2. So question 2, I lost somewhat of a passion for art, like the way I used to. I love art, don't get me wrong, always will be my first passion. Painting, drawing, sketching, cartoons, charcoal, abstract art. That was my first thing, and I needed something to fill that void, you know what I'm saying? And YouTube became that for me. Like YouTube was the thing that said, you know what? I need to try this out. I want to find something else that I'm passionate about. And that became the thing over time. Was it easy? No. Did it have challenges? Of course. But this is something that I enjoy doing. You know what I'm saying? I love learning information. Some of my videos, you learn things. Other things was learning how to edit, put together a thumbnail. It's another form of art, but it's a visual media form, right? So, yeah. That one was an interesting question for sure. I'm not going to sit here and be like, nah, that wasn't a good one. So my next question is, what helps you stay motivated doing YouTube? Woo! Self-motivation, you know what I'm saying? Also, shouts out to my peers. I see y'all putting out content. Some of y'all are on a consistent basis. Y'all motivate me. I motivate myself. My thing is with YouTube, if you enjoy making content, why not be motivated to do it on a consistent basis if you can do it 3 times out of a week, 4 times out of a week? Some even do it a whole week. I used to do that. But once you're passionate about something, it should be something that you be like, yo, let's see what I can do today. And everything like that. So me being passionate and ambitious about this stuff, I enjoy making content. I love learning about things that I didn't know about, certain topics that I do explore with my actual videos. So self-motivation is very big for me. Very big. Peers, of course, like I said, shouts out to my peers. I have some really consistent peers and some that are not as consistent, but you guys be grinding it out. So like I said, consistency is also important too. to help me motivate me to do a channel. Because if I'm not consistent enough, it's not gonna help me get to where I need to go with my channel. So, real advice. Thanks for that question. My next question: which era of music do you prefer? 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, etc. That's interesting. So, if I had an order, 90s, 80s, 70s, 2000s. And let me be honest, there are artists from each era that I do like when it comes to that. If I think 90s, D'Angelo, Lauryn Hill, Tupac, Nas, Biggie, Mace, you know what I'm saying, Aaliyah, you know what I'm saying? I guess you could say she's 90s / 2000s. What else can I say? If you're talking about 70s, Earth, Wind, and Fire. I don't know, that's my favorite band of all time is Earth, Wind, and Fire. Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying, James Brown. If we talking 60s, Jimi Hendrix. If we talking current era of hip hop, it's a lot. J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake, you know what I'm saying, No Name, Little Sims, who is another artist? Rhapsody, one of my other favorites. Lupe Fiasco, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with 90s. There's a couple of other artists I didn't mention either. Raekwon, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it depends on the artist when it really comes down to it. Short story, guys. I just like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I just started getting into Afro beats like Burner Boy, Rima, some of these Afrobeat artists. So, like I said, it just depends on the artist, man. Some artists I just gravitate more towards, some not quite. But this is a good question, man. I'm a big music lover. I'm telling you right now, like I could go on and on and on about music, but I don't want to go down that rabbit hole today. Shouts out to that person that asked me that question. That was a real good one. You was cooking. Let me see, guys. I got some more questions. Let me see what we got here. Hold on, y'all. Forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me. What is the main inspiration behind your YouTube channel? So this is a good one. No one has quite asked me that before. Honestly, I did early on. There was a movie reviewer that I still watch every now and then, but I didn't want to get too influenced by him. And there is actually RCDC World. I used to do skits on my channel, by the way. And that was the influence for my channel originally. But as you can see, most of those skits are gone, by the way. There are only some left. I still do skits from time to time. But eventually, end up going into like another lane of content where I just did videos. Literally, with Marvel, DC, my biggest video, which I no longer have, was my Gambit video that I did, and the Brawley video that I had as well. And then that's when I knew that I had something with my channel. Skits wasn't necessarily working, and maybe because I couldn't get people involved. I wanted my friends to do skits with me. Let me just give you a story time. So, at the time, I had a female best friend that I met in college. I'm not going to say which one because I had a couple then, like not a lot, but 2. But the one in particular, we were supposed to be doing skits and stuff, and we're going to build our channel up together. I was going to collab on her channel. She was going to collab on my channel. It didn't get nowhere. So then I started doing skits, but they just weren't hitting. You know what I'm saying? From time to time, I still do them, not as much. But I realized I kind of found like my lane, you know what I'm saying, my particular lane or what I was good at: movie reviews, movie news, TV show news, streaming news, that type of stuff, gaming, over time, you know what I'm saying? So I was inspired by other channels, but I just didn't want to body, you know, so I didn't want to completely body someone else's channel, meaning steal their complete style or anything. Maybe just here and there a few influences, but not like, oh, I stole their style. Absolutely not. Good question, by the way. So let's get into my next question. Let me see. What was your worst movie experience? Woo! That's a good one. In theater. I have two. I want to give you two right now. So the first one that I had was when I went to go see Venom 1. I went to go see Venom 1 and I ended up moving my seat. At the time, movie theaters wasn't like how it is now where you have to sit where you're supposed to sit. Uh, this guy rolled up a blunt in the theater right behind me. Him and his girlfriend were there together, smoking a blunt together. I immediately went all the way down to like the middle part of the theater, sat there thinking that everything's gonna be all right. Then comes this lady with her screaming, crying baby. I'm just like, oh my God. Like, why would you bring your child knowing that he gonna do all this screaming and hollering? Luckily, one of the people that was watching Venom went to go get one of the people. The woman did get escorted out of the theater with her baby because the baby, she couldn't keep him quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're in this theater watching the movie. If you knew that you wanted to see Venom, you should have had someone babysit your kid. Don't come to the theater thinking that the theater's going to, like, shh, you should be quiet. Shh. No. The second one is when I went to go see Tarzan, a live adaptation movie by Warner Brothers with my parents. There were two guys in the theater. We were in the same row with them. Glad of that because it was getting ugly. This one guy was just talking. I'm like, and everyone's just looking at him like, shut up, all right? Like, come on. Like, it's not like the other versions of the Tarzan. Like, bro, this is the up-to-date version of the movie. What were you expecting, right? So then there's a guy that's like a couple seats down from him, and he was pissed. And I understood where he was coming from, like, shut up. And the man threatened, said, man, if you don't shut up, it's gonna go down in here, meaning he was gonna scrap with the dude. And I'm like, whoa, pause. That man kept his mouth shut the entire time. We didn't hear no more words coming out of his mouth. I'm like, good. Those are my two experiences with the movie theater. That was a good one. That was a good one. I like going to the movie theaters. So, the next question for me is, let me go to this one. Where was it at, man? I gotta scroll, guys. I'm ninja scroll, yo. I'm scrolling through, but let me see. Where is it at? This question is a good one. Favorite collaboration that you ever did? Dang, I wish they would have said like top 5, top 10. Boy, oh boy. Okay, so the first person, and I mean, this is definitely, I appreciate the time, the commitment, us frequently collaborating together, no other than Sprinkle Some Salt, aka Bump Jonas. This guy was the first content creator that I collaborated with on a frequent basis at the time, and it helped me develop myself as a content creator when it came to collaborations because at the time, I was working with people, but not on that type of basis. And I was like this guy right here, Sprinkles us up. Check out his channel. I'll leave up the picture so you can see what the channel looks like. But he was the very first person that I worked with on a consistent basis, by the way. And that's the thing about me. If I enjoy collaborating with you again, either me or you, I'm like, let's do something again together. My next one is with my best friend, Goddess with the Pen. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Like, I mean it. She's probably the first, she's not necessarily a content creator. I'll just say artist. She gonna get at me if I say the other thing. Artist that I worked with. I mean, she's not a content creator. She always tell me that. But 31 episodes, man, of like working together and just learning each other and figuring out what works for us when it comes to collaborating down the line. it's definitely a milestone for me. You know what I'm saying? She's probably the first person I worked with as much as Bump. So there are like the top two. The next person is someone that I work with quite a bit too. You know what I'm saying? I can't forget. We got one coming too, by the way. Master Sword Music, man. I enjoy collaborating with him as well. It was fun. I remember the first collaboration we did together, the second, and then I know for a fact that we got a third one on the way. Be on the lookout for that sometime in November. No exact date just yet, all right? Who else? Man. Zap Crystal was another person I enjoyed collaborating with. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can work together again on a collaboration. Um, who else? Man. Lower Koj. Lower Koj was a fun collaboration too, by the way. I enjoyed his. It was very fun, us talking about cinema and everything in between about like just wrestling and just different things. Raya. Raya the Glimmering Harpy. Yeah, that was another good one too, man. I gotta get my homie back on here, man. She definitely was a fun collaboration too. Questions and just her perspective on things and taste. You know, it's always cool to hear people's takes on things and stuff like that. So, and then who was the other person? What's the other person? I'm trying to figure out, y'all. I do so many collaborations. Give me a sec, y'all. Y'all gonna make me go through my collaboration playlist. Give me a sec, yo. Let me see who else. Okay, so now no, that's not it. Oh, Aries. Shouts out to Aries. Aries was another good one too. Aries, me and him had a fun collaboration. Let me see. Hold on a sec, guys. Okay, I said that person already. And Ryan Solomon. Yeah, Ryan Solomon. That was dope too, man. I gotta get another. Hopefully, I can get collaborations with you guys again. I like to work with you guys again. So, those are some of the good ones. And even VG Mobster. His was dope too, by the way. So, yeah, there were plenty of fun collaborations, man. And I can't forget Chan. Shout out to Chan Station, very first person that I worked with from my state too, by the way. So shouts out to her too. So those are my favorite collaborations when it comes down to it. Let's get to the next question, y'all. Let me see. Let's see what we got here. What was your favorite concert that you've been to and your favorite? What was your first concert? I'm not much of a like going to concerts person, I'll be honest with you, but I went to one concert. I went to a local concert in my city with upcoming artists that may not been mainstream. The experience was overall pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Nice crowd. The vibe was there. You know what I'm saying? Positive vibes. No conflict and none of that stuff. The performer that was the singer that was there that was singing like the India.Arie songs. She was very down to earth. Maybe one day I'll tackle going to like concerts. I'm an introvert. I'm an introvert extrovert. That's the best way to describe it. One day I might go to a concert, maybe see one of my favorite artists, like maybe a No Name, Lupe, Kendrick, J. Cole, somebody, but I would like to go with a friend, you know what I'm saying, to that type of concert. Because like I said, I'm introvert. Extrovert, you know what I'm saying? Introverted, extrovert. So yeah. Good question. Good question. Let me just go to the next question, y'all, so we can get it rolling, baby. Get it rolling. The next question for you guys. What is your favorite superhero team and your least liked superhero team? Woo! Favorites? Let's go with Marvel right now. S-Man, Avengers. Let me see. It's another team. Brotherhood? Yeah, maybe Brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Brotherhood. When it comes down to it, and Defenders. Least favorite from Marvel would have to be Guardians of the Galaxy, because they change. You know what I'm saying? They don't always stay the same. I mean, the first team Great, but once the lineup changes where they have other characters in the lineup roster, okay, that's where I'm going with that. If we talking DC, we got Justice League, right? Teen Titans, Doom Patrol, and Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad probably will be my least favorite because they team members seem to switch up from time to time. Good question. This is definitely something that no one has expected to ask, man. I'm like, yo, I had to think about this one, yo. Had to think about it. So let's get into the next question. Let me see if I can find it, y'all. Okay, did that one, did that one. Let me see. Nope, that's not it. Okay, so which era of music do you prefer? 80s, 90s, 2000s era? I'm gonna go with the 70s era. 80, no, 80s, 90s, 80s, 70s, 2000s, in no particular order because I listen to music a lot. It just depends, right? And then you said etc. So from the 90s, Lauryn Hill, Aaliyah, Nas, Tupac, Raekwon, you know what I'm saying? Lenny Kravitz. Can't forget Lenny Kravitz. If we're talking 2000s, Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, Wale, Bishop Naru, you know what I'm saying? Benny the Butcher. I mean, the list could go on and on. I don't want to just, you know what I'm saying? So 2000s, they're quite a bit of artists. No Name, can't forget about No Name. Rhapsody, Little Sims. Yeah, yeah. If we're talking also 80s, Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson was around during that time. I guess you had 70s and 80s, Michael Jackson. Earth, Wind, and Fire, we talking 70s, Stevie Wonder. Um, these are some good ones. These are some good ones right here. Yeah. So I guess it just depends on the artist. And if we go into 60s, Jimi Hendrix, greatest guitarist ever. Right? Yeah, so let me see if I got another question, guys. Hold on. Let me see. I think that was it, y'all. Is it? Or no? No, I have one more. Have one more. Gotta find out what I did with it, yo. No, two more. What are your thoughts on the current state of movies, TV shows that sell political nonsense? I'm not the biggest political TV show watcher. I think the only show that I watched that had a lot of politicalness in it, uh, I guess you could say, was House of Cards. My friend in college introduced me to that show. Phenomenal show. It does depict certain things that you see in within society with politicians to some degree. That's out on Netflix. I mean, I like Star Wars. Star Wars is a political sci-fi soap opera. I mean, I guess it depends on if they add other genres to it. When it comes to movies and TV shows, but I'm not like every political show I'm gonna check out. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe Better Call Saul was probably the other show I watched, but it wasn't like boring. I don't know. That's the best way to describe it, but it kept my interest. I'll keep it 100 with you on that. I'm trying to find this other question, yo. Let me see if I can find it, yo. Let me see. Okay, did that one, did that one. Is it here? Okay, so that is it. All right, so it is a blur. Living Room, guys. Thank you so much for commenting, liking, subscribing. And it is a blur. Living the world, guys. Please hit that bell if you want to stay notified to check out the latest content. And also, I want to say thanks to everyone that sent me the questions that you wanted to be answered. Also, I hope you guys learned a little bit more about Il Blerdmatic because this is a Q&A video to celebrate my milestone. Thank you so much, guys. Like I said before, but it is it is the hardest working blerd on YouTube, guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'm out.